She had spent nearly 3 years in a shelter, waiting day after day while people walked past her kennel without stopping. No one chose her. I'm Jen, and this is Maggie's story. A story that began with a promise I made to myself. I would adopt the dog who needed a home the most, not the one who was easiest to place or the one everyone else wanted. When I walked into the shelter, they introduced me to Maggie, and from that moment, everything changed. Maggie had originally been found wandering alone after one of the devastating hurricanes in Texas. She had survived the chaos but ended up lost in the system, overlooked again and again. Dogs with her background, bully breeds, especially those that are darker in color and no longer young, are statistically the least likely to be adopted. She had already been waiting far longer than most. But when we met, it didn't feel like coincidence. It felt like timing had finally caught up with both of us. The moment Maggie came home, she made it clear she intended to live life fully. I had prepared a comfortable dog bed just for her, imagining she'd need time to adjust. Maggie had other plans. She immediately claimed the human bed as her own, settling in as if she had always belonged there. It was as though she decided, from day one, that she was done waiting and ready to be loved without hesitation. At first, not everyone shared my confidence. My mom was nervous about Maggie and didn't know what to expect. When we first brought her home, she actually retreated to another room, unsure how to interact with this new, unfamiliar dog. Maggie seemed to sense that fear and responded with remarkable gentleness. She would quietly lie near her, roll onto her back, and show nothing but calm affection, as if reassuring her that all she wanted was companionship. Over time, that patience worked. Now, when we even approach my mom's neighborhood, Maggie recognizes where we are and gets visibly excited. She runs inside like she's visiting her favorite place in the world and never seems to want to leave. Watching the two of them together now, it's hard to believe there was ever hesitation. They've formed a bond that's incredibly sweet and natural. Maggie also developed a special attachment to my boyfriend. She adores him completely, and I often find them curled up together like old friends. One morning, I woke up to find my bed empty, only to discover the two of them had created their own little sleepover on the living room floor. Maggie looked at me as if to say she had everything handled, perfectly content with her arrangement. She's also learned how to work the system to her advantage. If I tell her no, she'll immediately trot over to my mom or my boyfriend, fully aware that she might get a different answer. Somehow, she knows exactly how to charm each of us, and she uses that talent with impressive consistency. Personality-wise, Maggie is wonderfully laid back. She enjoys short walks, about half a mile is plenty, and then she's ready to head back home. She can handle brief adventures, but after that she's content to lounge, nap, and simply be near the people she loves. I often joke that she's like a little loaf of bread or a chunky hippo, happiest when she's resting comfortably. She communicates in her own unique way too, making an entire range of snorts and grunts that each seem to mean something different. Over time, I've learned to recognize those sounds as her language, little signals that tell me whether she's content, curious, or asking for attention. Maggie has become the center of my world. I plan my days around her, and being with her brings a sense of peace I didn't even realize I was missing before. There was even a trip I canceled once because she wasn't feeling well. Being there for her mattered more than anything else. Every morning starts the same way now, with gratitude, cuddles, and the quiet realization that life feels fuller because she's in it. I honestly can't remember what life was like before Maggie, and I can't imagine it without her. The dog who waited years for someone to choose her ended up becoming family. A reminder that sometimes the ones who are overlooked the longest are the ones who have the most love to give. This journey, shared through GeoBeats, is really about second chances, hers and mine, and how one decision to walk into a shelter and say yes can change everything for both sides.